10th of November, Rabbi Levitt, Gemora.
Let's see, did we do all the Rashi? We got up to, I mean, we read up to, I don't know if we read up to, maybe we'll go back to this question over here. Iboiluhu, yeshevach simonim alatzem or ein shevach simonim alatzem. This can be found on the it's at the end of about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The 11th line. So we're up to Iboya Luhu. We have a question over here that's being posed. So we'll start from here today. And how about Roy starting off for us? Iboy Luhu.
Iboy Luhu, I inquired. Yesh Shevach Simonim al Chatzemer. Is the improvement brought about by the dye ingredients considered something material on the wool? Or Ein Shevach Simonim al Chatzemer? Or is the improvement brought about by the dye ingredients not considered something material on the wool?
Okay. We have any Rashi on this? Yeshevach.
Yeshevach.
Yeah, Dibur Maskal Yeshevach. It's the
end of the last long line on top, fourth line down.
Yeah.
Yeshevach. There is an improvement. Kolomina say Chazuta Milta. Those words appear here. O Lav Milta. So there aren't words.
Okay.
I don't know why words.
Oh, are we stuck over here? Oh, no. Okay.
What does chazuta mean?
Klomar Chazusa Milsahi.
Isn't it appearing? It seems or whatever.
So is the fact that we could see the color on the wool, we can see that it's been dyed this color. Is that regarded as milsa? Is it regarded as something significant? Or is it not? Olav milsa. Or it's not regarded as something which is milsa, that it's something, that it's a significant, it's significant improvement. So now if you're wondering what really is the practical ramification, halachic ramification of this question, the Rashi didn't I think that's what Rashi's alluding to, but it's not so clear from what Rashi's saying what exactly the practical nafkamina is over here, whether it is significant or not. But we're going to see. I think we're going to see soon in the Gemara that Gemara is it's going to become clear why the Gemara is asking this question and what's the nafkamina. So let's go to the next line in the Gemara. Heiki dummy. And we go to Alan to continue. Heiki dummy. See where we are, Alan?
I don't see. It's on 101A, right?
Right, 1A, the top of the right-hand column.
Oh, what is the case? Okay. Oh, okay. Hechidami, what is the case in question? If you say the case where someone robbed dye ingredients, the who also run a who, but sort of bohan, and he ground them and steeped them in water to produce dye, and then dyed his own wool with them. And the question is whether the original owner can demand their return. Take puk, lay, mishu, the take the land who, bishinoi. If so, let that question be resolved on the basis that the robber has acquired the dye ingredients, in any case, through the physical change they underwent with the grinding. Thus, the question is moot, for the owner can surely not demand their return.
Okay, so what's the Gemara saying over here? The case, the Gazlan, he stole the samamonim, the materials that you use to grind it down and then steep it in water, and then that makes your dyeing material. And he did all of those things, and he made and he dyed some of his things with it. So now what happened to the samamonim that he stole? It's now on the he's acquired what? He's made an acquisition of the samamonim that he stole with the shinui. But so he doesn't have to return the dyed wool. The dyed wool is his. And the dye on the wool, which represents the samamonim that he stole, he acquired them with a shinu. Of course, he's going to have to pay for what he stole, the samamonim themselves, but he doesn't have to return anything that he has. What he hasn't had to have to return what he did with the samamonim that made the dye on the wool. So the Gemara says that typically that should resolve your question. So how is it exactly is it resolving the question? It would seem to indicate that certainly the dye that's the improvement of the that's made by the Samamonim to make it into a dye, and that allows the Goslin to even not have to return the dye now, because he's made he's transformed the thing, and that would indicate that it certainly is a significant matter to that you have the dye on the wool, as opposed to the wool not having dye on it. So let that answer the question. Yes, it is a significant. It is milsa. Chazusa is milsa. The dye that you could see the dye on the wool is a significant improvement. It's a shevach.
But what does that have to do with whether or not he stole the dye and ground it? Even if he dyed it with any kind of dye, it would be a shinui, no?
Well, we're just showing that you see that it's true. It's called it's right. We're just showing from the case of the Goslin. You see, the Goslin doesn't have to return those things that he stole, because it's called a significant accomplishment and a shinui, what he did with what he stole, and that's why he doesn't have to return it. If it would have been not regarded as having done anything, then he would have to return exactly the thing that he stole in its new state. But since it's a significant transformation, he doesn't have to return it.
What would happen if the thief made this change, significant physical change, but the owner was going to make that anyway, and you'd welcome back the changed in this case, he'd welcome back the dye in its changed form, save him doing the work. Save the original owner doing the work.
Oh, that's an I think you're asking an interesting question. Let's say that that the owner of the one that had the Samamonim stolen from him, let him say, 1 second, I want to receive this I want to receive the improvement that he made. Can he do that? Can he? First of all, even though you might want to. Well, with it.
Sorry, you froze. Even though you might want to.
The owner of the Samamonim, he doesn't have the right to demand the wool now, because the wool belongs to the Goslin.
We were talking about the dye. I was remember talking
about, you know what it's like the case of you have a Goslin, and he steals a wood beam, right? He steals the wood beam, and what does he do? He puts it into he makes a big house, and he puts the beam into the house, right? So can the owner of that beam say, hey, that's my beam over there? Albeit that the house doesn't belong to me, but the beam does. So you got to give it back. You didn't make any improvement in the beam. The beam is the same beam that it was. So according to the Torah, the Goslin would have to tear down his house in order to return the beam if he wanted to fulfill the mitzvah of returning the stolen object to the owner. But the Chazal made a takana. What?
Yeah, there's the takana that you don't have to do that.
Yeah, there's
Takana.
Takanas Hashavim. Takanas Hashavim says that the Goslin, we don't want to force the Goslin to do that because he won't do it, and then he won't do tshuva. So we want to make it possible for him to be encouraged to do tshuva, and so therefore we say you don't have to return that beam, you don't have to tear down your house, but just pay for the beam, give him another beam. You don't have to return that one actually that you stole, even though according to the Torah, he would have to return that one that he stole. So over here, how's the Goslin gonna return the Samamonim to the? How's he gonna in any case? How's he gonna return the Samamonim to the one that he stole it from?
Yeah,
Now
no,
he's made it into dye.
yeah, no, I'm saying that he's got the dye, he stole the dye powder or whatever it is, and he prepared it to be used. All right, so he's
Oh,
prepared
at that point, before he put it on his wool.
right.
So now you want to know, can the owner,
Because he's made a physical change.
To give him the dye, give him the dye?
Because he's made a physical change. And we said that if you've made a physical change, he doesn't have to return the item.
Right. That's what we're saying.
Yes. But I'm asking if the original owner would say, oh, look, you made this physical change, which I was about to make myself. So I'd like that back, thank you, so I can carry on with my work with it.
You're saying, can he demand that from the Goslin?
Right.
What do you think? You think he should be able to?
I think so, because there's a difference between the case you cited of the beam. The beam has become part of the Goslin's house, and now there's a huge loss to the Goslin if he has to take the house apart and give the beam back. But in this case, it's just an item that doesn't have any loss associated with it. If he gives it back, it's just the thing.
Okay, so there's a difference though. In the case of the beam, the Goslin didn't do anything to change the beam. It's exactly the same beam. So it just happens to be it's in the house. But he didn't do anything. Okay, but
Hello?
in this case, he has made a shinui. So even though
He's done something with it where it can't get back to its original state. You know, it's not like the beam is still in the place. It's now these whole dyes are now ground up and they can't be used anymore. It's not the same. He's definitely made a change in it. Changing the object.
We had a case like that it's Jose Librioso. If he used the boards and made it into a cabinet, so we wouldn't say that, at least according to all opinions, we wouldn't say that he doesn't have to return the boards, because the cabinet could be taken apart and you can give the boards back without too much trouble. So there's no takanas hashavim that says let's be nice to the Goslin in that case. But over here, it's not a matter of not being nice to the Goslin or being nice to the Goslin. The Goslin he acquired it alidei shinui. So even if it would be easy for him to give back the stuff, but he acquired it by transforming the samamonim into dye.
But the fact that he made an irreversible shinui is not relevant, I don't think, because we're not asking him to put it back the way it was. We're asking him to leave it the way it is.
But you're asking him to return something that he acquired. Why does he have to do that?
It's not his.
It
He
is.
acquired it. He stole
He
it.
acquired it with the shinui.
Mhm.
That's what we were saying. We're not saying that he doesn't have to pay for the samamonim, mind you, right?
Mhm.
He's not getting off scot-free. He's what exactly the value of the samamonim that he stole. That's what he's going to have to return to the owner.
Mhm.
So he's not really profiting at all from his wrongdoing. He has to return what he stole. But we're saying that he doesn't have to give back he doesn't have to give back the dye, because the dye he's acquired with the shinui.
Mhm.
That's what we're saying over here. So,
But the shinui, yeah. And why doesn't it? Then why doesn't he have to give back if he acquired with a shinui? Why doesn't he have to give it back? Because it's not just different now from its original state, but the owner doesn't want it. He doesn't want the cupboard, the cabinet.
in the case of the cabinet, since the cabinet could be um, what do you call it?
Disassembled.
Disassembled. Good, thank you. And now all there is now is there's no cabinet really. All there is the boards that he stole. So we see that he didn't really make a significant change in those boards. So therefore he hasn't acquired those boards with this, that he made the boards into a cabinet. So therefore, really all there is boards over here. The boards he didn't acquire by stealing them. He doesn't acquire them by stealing them. So he's got to give them back now.
Yes, and now I can't use them to make a chair out of them because they've been cut to make they've been cut into pieces to make a cabinet. It's no good now for me to make something else with them.
No, I think the presumption in that case was that they hadn't been cut, that he could disassemble the cabinet and have the boards be back to the original state. Yeah.
Okay. What if he damaged the thing and it's not really exactly what it was that he stole?
We can't give it back.
So then it's not what he stole. He would have to that we would say he's got to give back the monetary. He's not able to fulfill his obligation by returning those damaged items. Then he's got to give back the money for the items when they were in their original condition. Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. So now let's go to the next step of the Gemora. The Gemora says, Lo tzricha. Lo tzricha, and we go to, Lou hasn't read yet.
Lo tzricha, gazal, samanin, Shiruyin B'Tzava B'Chu. So Tzricha means no, it's necessary, which is reverse logic. Yes, it is necessary. To pose this question, in the case where one stole dye ingredients and steeped them in water and then dyed the wool with them. Why? What's the law?
That's what it says there, that he steeped them in water. That's what the article says.
It
Yeah,
says
shruyin.
steep is the
Shruyin.
word shiruyin.
That they are being steeped now.
Yeah, it doesn't. The
Yeah,
Hebrew
he
doesn't
didn't.
say water, but the art scroll throws in water.
Okay, so
But steeped, it's telling us is the actual translation of the shiruyin.
okay, yeah. There, in other words, that he stole these samamonim that are in the process of being steeped. In other words, they are basically more or less, I guess, at this point, ready to be used for dye. And so therefore, in this case, that's all the Goslin did. He just took he stole these samamonim that were steeping, that had been steeped, I think, and all he's doing now with it is to take the steeped samamonim, which are now ready and available to be used as dyeing material, and it says sababuhu, and he used them to dye his wool. So the Gemora is saying that this really is the question that will address what the Talmidim were asking. We don't want to mix in the whole issue of the Goslin acquiring them by stealing samamonim and making it into dyeing material. No, we don't want to get into that issue of the Goslin acquiring it through making the shinui. Let's just say he stole something that was already ready to be dyed, used for dyeing, and now he put it on his wool. He dyed his wool with the stuff that he stole. Now that is the question. Of debate over here. What is the shaila involved? What's the shaila involved in this case? The Gemara is going to explain now. My. So,
okay. What's the law? Yesh shevach simanim al gabe tzemer. Is the improvement from the dye from the dye on the wool? De amar le hav li semanai dish kautin hu. That he says that the owner says or can say to the robber, give me back my dye ingredients that you took. Odilma, or maybe Ein Shevach Simani Al Gabe Hatzemer. or maybe the I'm sorry, did I lose you guys?
Yes, you lost us.
Okay. What was the last thing you heard me say?
No, we haven't got your picture yet.
Yesh shevach samamanim al gabe tzemer. Do we say that it's regarded that there is something something it's a very it's not a it's not an easy point to understand over here. Is it regarded as there is something on the wool that has some type of a, call it shevach? We'll have to see what that means, such that the nigzal, the one that the dye was stolen from, can say, "Oh, that you stole my dye, let me have my dye back." Right now, obviously, he can't give him back the dye. It's dyed onto the wool. So what's the Gemora? What is the Gemora's point over here? Obviously, what do you want from this Goslin? Let him just pay the value of what he of the what do you call it, of the dyeing material. Obviously, he can't give back the actual dye. What's I don't understand what the question is. Let's see the other side, the second side of the question. Odilma ein shevach samamanim al gabe hat. Or maybe we say that it's not called shevach samamanim on this wool over here. See, maybe you should just read the whole thing over again, and especially how does, I'm curious to know how Art School translates this these two sides.
Did I just read the English?
What are we doing now?
I'm asking the rabbi if I should just read the English. Should I go ahead and read while he's frozen?
Okay, we're back again.
Should I just read the English, Rabbi?
Yeah, let's see what it says.
Okay. It is indeed necessary to pose this question only in the case where one robbed dye ingredients that had already been steeped in water, i.e. liquid dye, and then dyed his wool with them. What is the law? Is the improvement brought about by the dye ingredients, i.e. the color, considered something material on the wool? And thus the owner can say to the robber, "Give me back my dye ingredients that you took, now hold in your possession." Or perhaps the improvement brought about by the dye ingredients is not considered something material on the wool. And thus the robber can say to the owner, "There is nothing of yours by me whatsoever. I am not liable to return anything to you."
But that's crazy. Obviously, he has to give him back if this dyeing material costs $100, he's got to give him back $100. What's the Gemora's question over here?
I think it's saying that if we consider that the dyeing did not make any kind of a significant change to the wool, then the dye is considered to be batel.
I think it's something like this, that are we saying that the dye is equivalent to this? Say that you've got material and you embroider it. That means that you sew onto it a design. Now, that with stolen thread, all right? So that design can be, and that thread can be taken off the material because it's a physical improvement. It's something that it can what's it called? What they call it here? It's a material improvement.
Yeah, this is, by the way, what that Rashi that we did before goes on this, not what we were talking before. That first that Rashi on the fourth line, Yesheva, is Koloma Chazuta Milka. You know, that it appears, the matter appears, the material matter appears, it is, or lav milsa, or it's not considered a material thing. And that's what we're really debating on here. And this is definitely a different now what we had before, because before he steeped them before he did the steeping, the robber. In this case, they already was steeped, and now he's using them. So that's what the difference in this case is to the case before. So the question is the dye part of the wool or not part of the wool?
That's what I was saying about the embroidery. Is it part of the material or not part of the material? Well, in this case, of course, in the case of the material, it's of the sorry. In the case of the embroidery, it's not. It's a material improvement that can be taken off. So we're asking if the dye can be extracted from the wool, are we?
Let's say the Goslin stole the dyeing materials, and then he threw them into the Mediterranean Sea. So now the guy comes and he says, "Give me back my dyeing material that you stole." He says, "Where? Where is it? Where? I don't have any. I don't have it. Where is it? I don't have it." Are we going to also say he's exempt in that case too?
Yeah, we have to. That's an example of the same principle, that he didn't make any change to the wool. I don't know if you heard me, Rabbi. You froze. I said I think the answer is yes, because it's the same case. You've constructed the same principles, that he didn't make any change to the wool. When he threw it in the Mediterranean, he made it null. He buckled it.
But what's this idea of, I don't have anything here that belongs to you? There's nothing here that that's what he's saying over here. He's saying leis lach gaboy velo midi. There's you don't have anything here by me. In other words, the Nigzal has got to say to the Goslin, here, there's something here that belongs to me. That's the question over here. Is this dyed material on the wool? Is that something of substance that the Nigzal can say, here, you've got this dye over here that belongs to me on your wool? And he says, "Wow, I don't see anything here that belongs to you. What belongs to you over here? What? It's not. It's just wool over here. It's colored. It's so it's and what's the nafkamina? The nafkamina obviously is going to be, he doesn't have to pay. We're not discussing a philosophical question over here. We're discussing money. If the answer to the question, if he's able to say there's nothing that I have here on my wool that's yours, he's not going to have to pay for what he stole. How could that be? He obviously stole it. I think we're in the middle of the Gemora's discussion over here, but we have to go to the next step to see how the Gemora is going to respond to the way that the way the Gemora has now explained what the question is that that the Talmidim were asked. The Gemora is now saying this is the question that the Talmidim were asking. We weren't asking about the case where the Goslin transformed it because he stole a sum of money and he made it into dyeing material. No, that's not the case we're talking about. We're talking about he stole dyeing material and he dyed it onto his wool. And now the stolen party says, "Give me back my sum of money." And he says, "Where's your sum? Where's your dyeing material? Where is it?" Well, I don't. It's not here. It's nothing. There's nothing here that belongs to you. What do you mean?
So, would you like me to read a footnote on this point?
If it's on this at this juncture in the Gemara, yeah.
Yeah, it's on this statement. There is nothing of yours by me whatsoever.
Okay, that's what we want to hear.
It says, it is evident from this statement of the Gemara that if the dye is considered to still be present, the robber has not acquired it through the physical change he made by causing it to be absorbed in the wool. This is because dye is meant for dyeing, and it is only in this manner that it has any long-term existence. Consequently, its change from liquid dye to coloring on the wool is not considered a significant change, and the owner can demand its return.
Oh.
Which
It's number 10 on 101A1.
Thanks.
So really the question is, has he acquired the dye by putting it onto the wool?
Right.
And there's some type of an argument that he's acquired it by putting it onto the wool because he's what's some type of a transformation in the dye that he's made now that it appears on the wool. Okay.
And it's saying that since that is the purpose of dye, it's not considered a significant change.
Okay, it's basically time anyway.
Okay.
Have a good day.
And Shabbat Shalom. So I'm going to be away next week, so be back the weekend.
Okay. Shabbat Shalom, Phil, and have a wonderful trip.
Right. So Lou, you won't be getting an article next week because I won't be here to give one.
Okay. Well, thank you for this.
Yes. Okay. Take care.
Great trip.
Take care. Thanks.
See you when you get back, Master Shem.
Have a good trip.
Safe and well.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Thanks.
Okay. All the best.
I'll see you later, right?
I will see you, Mitzvah Hashem, at 4 o'clock.
Okay. Bye. Thank you. Thank you, Rabbi Levitt. See you,
Bye
Lou.
bye.
Alan. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Lou. Bye, Alan.